And all 50 states are on alert tonight. The FBI is now warning there could be violent protest at state capitol buildings as early as this weekend. And we are now learning more about who attended that rally for the president last week, among them an LAPD officer. Our I-team was the first to confirm the information. The officer's name is not being released, but he says he only attended the rally and took no part in the violence that followed. Chief Michel Moore of LAPD says any officer who attended the event would be required to speak with the FBI about what they saw. Investigative reporter Leonard is tracking developments.
The FBI says it's working to find anyone planning violence aimed at disrupting next week's inauguration or at state capitals, which were the subject of a warning sent out to law enforcement across the country.
We continue to gather intelligence that will aid in our ability to disrupt possible future violent activity.
In Los Angeles, Police Chief Michel Moore says there's no information about demonstrations being planned, but the LAPD's Intelligence Center has been open to collect information, something that only happens when there's a major event.
To evaluate information about potential protests and activities. That information stream is coming out twice a day.
LA City Council members will get a closed-door briefing by the feds next week as they say they're increasingly concerned about becoming the targets of political violence. Already, local Congresswoman Maxine Waters says she found out her name was on a list carried by the woman shot to death by a federal agent inside the Capitol last week.
When they went through her belongings, she had in there that she was putting Kamala Harris and Maxine Waters on notice.
Other members of Congress have confirmed to NBC News that they were briefed by federal law enforcement last night and warned about an increasing number of threats being made toward individual politicians.
We're discussing now bringing on more security, private security.
And the FBI tells Leonard it's continuing to gather tips and information from the public on people who took part in the assault on the Capitol. So far, none from Southern California. And next week, LAPD Chief Michel Moore says dozens of extra officers will be on duty in uniform every day in case of any unusual events. Calling.